All right, in this video, we're going to show you how we think about setting up a homepage for a concrete lifting, company, and ultimately for the consumers at the end of the day. And so things need to be visually, quickly understood. And people don't know about mud jacking, they don't know about concrete lifting or polyfoam. Like they just know that they have a problem at their home, and they want to find somebody who can solve that problem. And they don't want their yard looking like crap, right? So, visually, you need to connect and show people the problems through visuals like this. And so you'll see when we've got wording about what we do, and then we've got the visuals to back it up as well. Lots of before and after photos. That is a must. Again, people don't really know much about this industry. It's it's very niche. And so the more that you can do to just show their problem and how you can solve it, it's just going to make your job easier. And again, all this stuff also at the same time, all this content, this is all, feeding Google and AI as well again. So again, twofold all the time. Again, this, more videos, before and afters. And then also another major thing that you've got to do if you want to drive a lot of calls and sell more jobs is on your homepage, you need to have, links to all the different pages that ultimately you need to build out for all the different settings that we fix, right? People have different problems, different problem areas. They're not concerned of, like, you just say you do general concrete lifting. Like ultimately they want to know that you can fix their unique problem, right? They might not know that concrete floor leveling inside, can be handled, similarly to a porch or patio. Like they just don't know, right? They don't know what it looks like. So if you can show all the different parts of the process, again, these don't scare off buyers when they see a tiny little hole. That said, I would shy away from, maybe showing, dirty work areas and things like that. Just doesn't help your cause. But try and, pick clean, nice photos. And again, you're building trust and you're supplying Google and AI with all this content, right? And then you do the same thing on the commercial side if you're into that as well, and just show more and more examples and have more and more proof in pages. Obviously, another big thing that we want to do is just show that process. And these guys had a cool video, so we added that in here, and they show the process very well there. Customer testimonials. This is another huge one. Make sure you have real testimonials. Ideally embedding a Google Business Profile link in there, so those can pull from there. And then lots of frequently asked questions, right? People don't necessarily always just go to Google and type in polyfoam concrete leveling, right? They might go and say, why does my pool deck, why is my pool deck sunk? Or why do I have pooling water in my yard or in my driveway? Things like that. So, we have all different types of FAQs that really just answer all people's questions. And again, at the same time, it's fuel for search engines. All right, other big things that we are a proponent of are personal photos, right? People want to know who is going to come to their house and potentially be drilling these holes in their wonderful, beautiful, expensive concrete. And are they going to screw it up? And do they look legit? Do I trust them? And so the more you can show yourself out there, the better it's going to be for you. Again, and smile, smile, smile. Like there's no need to look serious in any of this. You're just trying to help people's problems. So these are all the sorts of things that when we build out a homepage, again, there's a lot of content here. But ultimately, if we want to pop up ahead of our competitors, we have to have more of those answers that people are searching for, and that supply Google and AI with content. And so we, again, it's twofold. So we build all these things up, but if you do it in a way that, it doesn't look overwhelming and not just long blocks of text, which we often see with very few visuals. It's just lots of written text like that. That's hard on the eyes, and but if you can break it up and include all the right sorts of photos for all the different areas, like it just puts you light years ahead of your competitor. So again, that's the structure that we kind of take, and then just generally at the top, make sure your navigation is all clean and very, very intuitive. Links to all the different pages, all the different settings, et cetera, et cetera. And then down at the bottom for a footer for the site, this is the static footer. Again, just make it easy for people to get around, and just have navigable links both at the top and the bottom of the page. So that's essentially the recipe that we go with time and time again. Some variation of this, but those are the key components that definitely help you get found more and drive more business.